Speakers in 2017. Only on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Be it and stuff.
Okay, so we're gonna cover our thoughts on the Sony press conference that happened at 3 in the fucking morning.
Japan, motherfucker.
And it was an hour and a half. Then I had to do a 12-hour shift. But I did it. I don't regret it. But I will say I didn't get a whole lot from the press conference in sense of what I want from it. I didn't exactly go in with expectations. I was just like, hey, I'm just going to pretty much accept whatever they're announcing, see what I like, and I probably won't care for most of it.
I think it's more dedicated for the Japanese audience. They have a different test.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Duh. But, yeah.
But did anything stand out for you during the entire press conference?
Not really. Not a huge fan of Japanese games. Except Japanese pro wrestling games. But, one of, I guess, Shadow of the Colossus remake. That was
Again.
Yeah, again.
PS2, we're going to remake it for the PS3. Yeah, we're going to make it for the PS4. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, when the PS5 comes around, they'll remake it for that too.
A lot of emphasis on VR. I noticed that.
That's actually a good thing, actually,
Yeah.
because usually when Sony comes out with a peripheral, like the iToy or the PlayStation Move, like, yo, we're going to support it 6 months later. What?
What are you talking about? We never made
Yeah,
that.
but it seems like they're really learning from that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if people are going to take this fucking, like, multi-$100 PSVR seriously, we have to support this for the long game. Like, it's a different platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like the PSP, they support that, or the Vita that they don't support, but it's still live. Whatever. But they've got to put a multi-year commitment into that.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping... Like, I'm not gonna get into VR until, like, I see, like, tons of games I'm actually interested into. Probably not going to go out the PlayStation VR because due to the low performance of the PS4 Pro to handle VR games, I just, like, you just get a better experience on PC. If you have a super high-end rig. To be honest, other than that, virtual on...
Yeah, they announced it after the press conference.
Yeah.
We're getting I think it's Virtual On 5. I forget if it's exactly number 5, but we're getting a Virtual On game that's a crossover with another Japanese property that I am not familiar with at all. I've never heard of it, but I'm hyped for another Virtual On game. I shouldn't say hyped, but I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'll put it that way.
So that'll be exciting for us to play on our Vitas.
Anything else, though?
Was it for the Final Fantasy VIII remake?
No, it was 9. And it
was
wasn't a
9.
remake. It was a port to the PlayStation 4, which is live right now.
Okay. Might pick it up. I don't know. I'm not really a Final Fantasy guy. Just don't know where to start. But that looks interesting.
6. And then stop there as well. You've played the only one that's... Nothing else to say.
Okay.
That's a different topic.
Yes. I'll let you take it on from now because you probably
I only have 4 things. I don't
4
have a
things.
list.
Okay.
Out of the, I don't know how many announcements they made, 50 plus. I wasn't exactly counting. 4 stood out to me. So, the one that stood out to me, the leaks, but still was that looks nice. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy at all. I don't like the control scheme for it. I've tried it a couple times, but I will say, that new Monster Hunter World PlayStation 4 Pro console looks sexy as fuck.
It does look fucking sexy.
And I would not mind owning that, not because, it's about Monster Hunter or whatever. No, I don't care about that. It is just a slick, good-looking console. I really like the design both on the console and the controller.
Does it have, a Monster Hunter tramp stamp on it or anything?
If it did, I wouldn't recognize it for that because I don't know Monster Hunter emblems well enough to associate with the series. It's just a good-looking console and controller.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. She's too young for you, bro.
What?
Never mind. Edit that out.
It's supposed to be just Frankie and me, by the way. The other 3 things I'm going to work on here is EDF. They announced Earth Defense Force 5, and I fucking love Earth Defense Force because they nail that, 80s campiness It may even not just be 80s campy, but that just super over the top, budget, garbage, great B-movie quality. Like, they know what they're doing, they've been doing it for years, and they're releasing a 5th entry, and I'm like, hey, if it's gonna be like regular price, fuck that, I'll wait until it drops to $20-$30. Because it's Earth Defense Force. It's usually buggy, glitchy, frame rate issues. But this is giant insects, you're blowing the fuck out of everything, and it's a good time. A really good time, especially in co-op. The next thing that caught my eye, I'm not really sure if this is in order, it's just the order I have them written down, is Fist of the North Star. Now, there's some good games, there's some bad games, but the last one was like Ken's Rage or Ken's Fury on the 360, and that was a pretty good beat 'em up. It wasn't exactly like exceptional or anything, but if I just want to go around going like ya da 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 da, it fits the bill. And I forget the developer that's doing it, but they have credibility for doing the series justice, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of the new Fist of the North Star game. And the last thing that caught my attention was more EDF. They announced Earth Defense Force Iron Rain. And while I thought they were just showing more of the same game, it's actually a different take on Earth Defense Force. It's the same setting that they're using, but instead of going like cheap budget B-movie campy garbage quality greatness that we all love, they're actually putting a super polished, heavy, like realistic tone to it, like a much more mature, gritty take on the Earth Defense Force formula. And because they've done so well just nailing down their like niche market for how they've been making the rest of the series, I'm very much looking forward to how they're going to take that formula and make it like a proper AAA product. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't know. I'm hoping it's great if that means we get more EDF and it's different. Like, not to say that different is bad for EDF, because I'm kind of afraid of change, because it just does what it does so well, and they've been doing it for so long. But if this is great, that's fucking great, because then, if anything, they can support their B-movie garbage greatness, as well as their, like, AAA, this is fucking great type of more mature take on it. And aside from those 4 announcements, nothing else really set me off. It made me go like, oh, that's fucking great. Nothing. And I feel there's a lot of announcements that people were like, oh yeah, this is great, but I can't even remember them off the top of my head. Like Final Fantasy 15 fishing. I don't know. It was a thing. And I'm like, some people were like, hyped for that. I don't know. Shadow of the Colossus, a lot of people care about that. You're like, yeah, I don't care. And there was others. I just honestly can't even think of them. I didn't even write them down. But that was actually it for the Sony press conference. And so going in, expecting nothing, I got 4 things to keep my eye on. That's a bonus. And Virtual On, that was announced after, so I'm keeping my eye on that. I'm not going to set my expectations too high for that. But if it's really good and a good price, fuck it. Like, I'll import it and I'll play it with you. Fucking love Virtual On the Sega Saturn. But, yeah, that pretty much sums up our Sony press conference thoughts. Sorry if it's a little short and don't have a lot to talk on, but really wasn't for us. But at least we got something to take away from it. What did you think of the Sony press conference? Did you stay up until, like, super late in the morning/night?
Or were you like me, where you watched it on YouTube and just watched it in a half an hour?
Filthy casual.
That's me.
But let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. We'll talk to you later. See you soon. Talk to you soon. Words.
Words.
And